All right, everybody. So, today is the beginning of the greatest cooking season episodes you have ever and you will ever see. So today, this will mark the very first day of Hex's cooking show. Hex's cooking show, or A3's cooking show. Okay? So today, to start it off, we'll be making some spaghetti. And the first thing I did was I'm making it differently. So I didn't know what meat to use for the spaghetti. So I just got hamburger meat. I just got some hamburgers, and then I smushed it all up. And I just broke it into, crushed it all up, and made some hamburger meat with it. Hamburger meat, because when you go to the store and you look at the meat section, you have all these different kinds of meats. I didn't know which ones to get, so I just bought hamburger. And so this is what it looks like. Yummy, yummy. I'm gonna go put it back on. Put it back on there because I spilt some of it on the ground. Came prepared with a towel today. Came prepared just in case I made a mess like that. So we'll just wipe that up. So yeah, we got that cooking. We have about 10 more minutes of this heating up with the lid on, because it says you want to cook it up on the pan for about 10 to 15 minutes, covered up, and cool. For about 10-15 minutes covered up with a lid on top. And that's what this is doing right now. And in this blue pot in the back, I messed up because I started cooking the meat before I started cooking the noodles. So now my meat's going to be cold and I'm still cooking this. So what I'm probably going to end up doing once my meat gets finished, I'm going to put it on simmer while I start heating up the bowl of water. So when the bowl of water starts heating up and boiling up, I got some of this thin spaghetti. This is the thin spaghetti that I use. This is the spaghetti that I use. Right? So we're going to be using that. We're going to be putting some of that thin spaghetti strands in the bowl, in the pot of water. So we're just waiting for this to get done heating up. Once this water over here gets hot enough, I put my finger in it to test the heat. So that's not hot enough yet, so we're just gonna wait here and wait. So I got some of this Mountain Dew Blast kickstart off my night while I cook off these hamburgers. Smells like justice already. This is going to be good. So this is the meat that I'm using. Yummy. Alright. This is the meat that I'm using. Ballpark hamburger meat. Ballpark. This is good for the baseball field. Like if you have kids and you want to go out to the baseball field and go hit some balls or like run some laps. Or you want to go barbecue, have a party. This is good. Ballparks. So I'm out here. So that's the kind of meat that I got. This is the best one that I found. I don't know. This is my first time adding the meat to the sauce. Usually I just put the sauce in the noodles and I eat it. But this is my first time making the meats, so. Alright, so it looks like the meat's all good to go. I think the meat's good to go and it's ready. I think we're about ready to add the sauce to it. We're about ready to add the sauce to it. So basically what I added, so yesterday when I was making the foods, when I was making the meats, I added this gourmet burger to it. I have to have extra burger with my burger. So I just added, that's why I use this one. To get more of that burger flavor. Get more of the burger flavor. There you go. Now you see it. Gourmet burger seasoning. This is good. This is good. But today... Oh yeah, and I added this to it yesterday. But tonight, I'm adding Montreal steak seasoning and onion powder. And that's it. That's what I'm adding to it. Now today, it seems that my meat's all good to go. I gotta see what time it is though. Alright, it's not yet. A few more minutes. A few more minutes of this cooking. And we'll add the sauce to it. You see, when you cut it up into bits and pieces, it cooks faster than if you don't cut it up in bits and pieces. Because when you cut it up in bits and pieces, you get all the heat and all the bits and pieces of the meat. So it cooks faster. But if you keep it in a whole, it takes a while for the heat to reach the middle of the meat. So you gotta wait longer. But when you cut it up in pieces like this, it cooks faster. So it's just basic. Yeah, it's just basic. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna do that and wait for this to get done finishing. And then once this water gets hot, nice and hot, it's like warm right now. I can feel it heating up. Once that gets nice and hot, we're going to go ahead and use these thin spaghettis and put that in there. Probably use a quarter of it. Yesterday we used a quarter of it. So we're going to use another quarter of it. So within 2 days, I already used 50% of a box. So it's really good. This is like 2 meals. So a quarter of this box is like 2 meals. You're hungry. You're not hungry for the rest of the night. And if you eat it, this is good too, because you save. You're saving money. It's easy to make. It's easy to make. You heat up the meat, and then you heat up the spaghetti, and then you put it together, and then you got the full package of spaghetti. You got the whole package. The whole deluxe package. The meat, the sauce, the noodles, you got the whole, all of it. You get all of it. All of it. It's like you're at a restaurant, but you're at home. You brought the restaurant home. Easy. Easy to make. So yeah, that's why, like, if you don't know what to make, go to the store, go buy some thin spaghettis, go buy some hamburger meats, some 2 seasonings. These are my favorite. I use these all the time. I always use onion powder for everything. And garlic powder. Except I don't have garlic powder. So yeah. I don't have garlic. But garlic powder is good too. You can use garlic powder. A lot of people love garlic powder. A lot of people like garlic. I love garlic. Alright? I love garlic. Alright, it looks like it's done cooking now. So what I'm going to do is, the next step, once your meat gets done cooking, you'll notice how there's going to be a whole bunch of liquids in here. You want to get rid of that. You want to get rid of all them oils in there. So I'm going to drain it. Alright. That's good. So once you drain it of all the oils, you see that? No more oils. I mean, there's a whole bunch of oils in there, but like the loose liquids. Now this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part. Prego sauce. This is my favorite. I love this stuff. I gotta get some more. I already used like half of it yesterday. I love this stuff. You get the Prego sauce, and you get your pan, and then you put it in the pan like this. And it looks cool too when you put it in there. Yeah. It looks so cool. It looks so good. And then look, you already look like you know what you're doing. So you get the spoon or whatever. You get the spoon, and then you just mix it up. You just mix it up. There you go. Easy. You got spaghetti sauce. And then you just put it back. And since your meats are already done cooking, you can turn down the heat and the temperature of your stove, and you can put it on simmer. You can put it on low heat and just let that warm up. Because all you need now is for the sauce to warm up. You're good to go. You're good. You got your sauce. Your sauce is already done, already cooked up. You don't need. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part. You don't need to add any more seasonings to the Prego. Because in the Prego, you already got all of the ingredients you need for the flavor. You get the most intensifying flavor out of this. The most fulfillment. You complete the whole combination of your spaghetti sauce with this Prego. No seasonings required. None. So if you have no seasonings in the cabinet, all you got is some Prego sauce. That is all you need. Because they add all of the seasonings to the Prego sauce already. Pre-packaged. Already within the jar. You just add it to the meat and you stir it up. And then you put it on low heat. Yeah. You're already done with your meat now. Now all we need, alright, so that water is getting pretty hot. So all we need to do is get some of this. Had something on my fingers. So all we need to do is get some of this, thin spaghetti noodles. Yesterday I made more sauce than spaghetti. I'm not going to make that mistake anymore. I'm going to use a little bit more spaghetti strands than yesterday. So I'm just going to put it in here. Now the thing is, listen here. A lot of people, they don't know what to do. The water's hot, right? The water's already hot, nice and hot. So when you put the noodle strands in the pot, guess what? The noodle strands are going to soften up. So when it softens up, you can use that to your advantage and bend it a little bit so you can fit the top half in the water. You want to be careful not to burn yourself though. You just want to bend it a little bit, just enough to get it in the thing. So let me take you to it real quick. So you see that? Yeah, you see that? So you just gotta bend it a little bit. Yeah, put it in there. Just push it in there. You gotta push it in the water. Because the thing is, if you just leave it like that, you'll have half-cooked spaghetti. And you don't want half-cooked spaghetti. No. We need full 100% quality. You see how it bends? You see how it bends? That's what you want. That's what you want your spaghetti to do. And then you just shove it in there. You shove it in there. Shove it in there. Shove it in there. Just like that. Just like that. Now that's how it's supposed to be. Now we just need to get our lucky spaghetti spoon and we shove it in there. Because I don't want to touch the water. Because if you touch the water, then you're injured. You don't want to. You want to be able to complete the process of your spaghetti. We got to be able to fit it in there. Sometimes it doesn't want to go in there, and it wants to. Sometimes your spaghetti just doesn't want to cooperate. You see that? You see this right here? Sometimes it's gonna do that to you, and you're just like, come on now. Like it's like it has a mind of its own. Like, what is it doing? Like, sometimes you just gotta mess with it. It's like you're playing a game with it. Like, come on, what are you doing? Alright, just put it, there we go. I think I broke it. But yeah, once it gets fully submerged, you're good to go. Yeah, so once it gets fully submerged, we just wait. So on this box, you don't want to overcook it because it's going to get all mushy and gross. Good thing on this box, it says 9 minutes, 10 minutes, or 11 minutes. 9 minutes for al claret, 10 minutes for firm, or 11 minutes for tender. You don't want tender. You want right in the middle, firm, nice. You want it to be able to chew it. We're just going to periodically stir the sauce. Alright. We're gonna turn the heat off for the sauce. We're gonna leave the lid on so the heat stays in. Alright. Now we're just gonna mess with the spaghetti. Right? Spaghetti, dude. Spaghetti, dude. This is exciting. When you think about it, it's like, wow. I'm like my own chef. Yeah. Spaghetti. Easy to make. I already made it 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. 2 days. For the first time. For the first time. And I was not disappointed. I was not. No. No. I was absolutely amazed. I was absolutely amazed. It's not like regular spaghetti. When you use hamburger meat, it tastes different. It tastes different when you use hamburger meat, like actual hamburger meat. Like when you buy the hamburgers and you make your own meat out of it. That tastes different. Because when you use the normal spaghetti meat, it's not the same. When you use the normal spaghetti meat, it tastes different. But when you use hamburger meat, it's good. It's different. Yeah. And that's the hamburger meat that I use. I have to make all of it by tomorrow, so I'll just make a whole bunch of spaghetti. I'll just do the same thing. Repeat the process. You put the meat in the pan. You cut up the meat. You heat up the meat. And then you wait for the meat to be finished. And then you put the sauce in there. Your Prego sauce. It has to be... I mean, some people like to use ragu. I don't know. I just used Prego for the first time. Like, I mean, not for the first time, but like I went to go buy sauce on my own for the first time, and I decided I was going to buy Prego over Ragu, and I went with Prego. So I don't know what Ragu tastes like, but if you eat the Ragu, then maybe that one tastes better than Prego for you. So if that's the case, then you just use the Ragu, and then you put the Ragu in the meat, and then you wait for it to simmer down with the heat up, and then you put the heat down, and then you wait for it to warm up, and then you put the water in for the, well, you should already have the heated water in there for the spaghetti. And then once you get all that heated up and done, you put the spaghetti sauce, and, no, not spaghetti, the spaghetti strands in the pot to heat up. So you'll just mess with it every now and then, and once it gets done, it's done. I'll get back with you right after the spaghetti has complete, and I will show you the final product. Stay tuned. Alright guys, the moment we've all been waiting for. 21 minutes. And the resolution is finally here. Watch. Check this out. Oh my goodness. Wow. 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 I made this at home? I made this? That's good. Thank you guys for watching. Spaghetti time with Hex or A3. Have a excellent day. See you next time on Dinner Time.